So in this video, I'm going to just go through the experience that I had from Dyno Day. I know it's not much of an experience. Some of you might be like, it's only dynos, but it was my first one, so I thought I'd do a video on my experience. It is sunny today. I don't know if you can see that. It's really sunny, but these sun visors are brilliant, massive. Anyway, so yeah, so Dyno Day, I didn't know what to expect. I thought they was meant to be doing 8 dyno runs. That's what I thought. I know they do that in a lot of places. They do it in America. I'm not sure if they do it anywhere else, but I've heard they're meant to do 8. I'm not sure if that's a thing or not, but that's what I've heard. And basically, they only done 3. I was like, oh, is that it? Okay, best of 3, I suppose. Yeah, so they done 3. I thought it'd be like at least 5. And you know, they tightened it all down, and I was a bit worried that, you know, you see like the videos where dynos go wrong, panicking. I was like, oh, I'm hoping it doesn't fuck up, because no, my luck, the luck I've had this year, I was thinking that something's going to go wrong here, but luckily it didn't. So basically, yeah, so we've done dyno runs, and then they just come out and give you the sheet basically. I mean, I would love to have actually been in there and then like took a video and then like looked at it and all that sort of stuff, but you're not really allowed in there, so I just had to like video on the outside. I wasn't very happy with the results, as you'll see soon. I didn't really want to do the dyno at first, because a lot of people say once you do it, if it's worse than what you think it is, and then it just goes like out your head sort of thing. I mean, like that placebo effect. Like, I thought that it was around 467 horsepower now, like, well, not brake horsepower, because of the mods and the remap. Because it's in your head, you literally think, right, okay, yep, I've definitely got 467 brake horsepower. I might have lost a couple maybe. Brilliant. No, not at all. What happened was, I lost, well, I won't say actually, I don't want to give it away just yet. I did lose some. But now that I know what it is, that placebo effect is gone. It's like, oh, I know what it is now. It's like, shit, I didn't really want to be like, oh dear, is that what it really is? I didn't gain much, did I? Or, oh, did I waste that much money on a remap and it didn't do fuck all? That's basically what I'm trying to get at. Is I think it's best not to do a dyno sometimes, unless you've got like a turbo, like a twin turbo car, you'd be able to gain a lot from that. But a naturally aspirated engine, I wouldn't really recommend it. So I would probably say just pretend that your car's got whatever. I mean, I'm doing it because I want to sort of like know if the gains are what they are they really tuning it properly, and how much gains do you really get from like sport cats and stuff like that. So that's why I'm doing it. So I'm hoping from the sport cats I gain like, well, they say allegedly 18 horsepower, but these guys that do dynos, they're quite honest with you. So they said you probably only gain about 5. So I'm probably going to gain more, realistically, 5 brake horsepower from sport cats, rather than what people say on the internet. Oh, you get 15 brake horsepower, or like the long tube headers. Yeah, like some people say you get 50. I was like, fuck off. How the hell are you going to get 50 brake horsepower from long tube headers? It's ridiculous. I'm not actually sure on that one. It's fucking lorry now. He's going to let me go. How the fuck am I going to get around there? Oh, he's going to let me go. Brilliant. Just mate. That's another thing I don't like about this car, is massive. So when you've got a lorry in your way, it's annoying. Okay, where are you going to go? What are you doing? Sorry, it's just idiots out today, and his little children playing near the road, and they're there every day, and they sometimes run out, and their mum and dad's not even there. They're just not there, and they're about 2 years old. I'm not joking. Shit, that's for you. Anyway, as I said, so I'm hoping to gain 5 horsepower, maybe 10. The manifold I would like to gain like another 10 to 15, because they're quite expensive to do. But yeah, it's just, I know I can gain more. Supercharger wise, I would love to do a supercharger, but I don't think I've got the money for that, because I think they're about $35,000 or euros or whatever. I'm not sure about that one. So we're just gonna have to see what happens and go from there. But in the next clip, it will be the dyno results. What were they? I don't know. You're gonna have to wait and see. You're not gonna like the results, especially if you've got a Maserati. So be prepared, and here is the truth about a dyno of a Maserati after a stage 1 remap. So this is the results, and I'm not very happy with them. Okay, so I will tell you, I thought it would be a lot more. So originally when I said that it's probably 434 from factory, so I know I would have lost some. I did see a video when a guy, I can't remember what one it was, but it was like about 200,000 miles, and it wasn't looked after, and it lost about 20 horsepower, so I thought it can't be that bad, because this has been well looked after. It's done like 64,000 miles, well, nearly 65,000 miles. I thought maybe it's lost like 5 to 10 max. Nope. So, and then added on like the air intake, the X-pipe, the remap, potentially what they say that you can gain. So basically, it should have been about 467 brake horsepower, and the torque should have been, I think, 386. So basically, it's not looking good. I mean, I have seen another like YouTube videos of like people claiming that it's like 460 after the remap, this, that and the other, even though it's an old car. They've done like 70,000 miles. I'm not too sure if this is true. So there's a number of factors on why it didn't make nowhere near what I thought. So I'll go through that first actually. So number of factors is it didn't gain nowhere near what I thought it was, and that could be many things. It could be the fuel filter, so that might need doing. I've never had an invoice to say that it's been done. Doesn't mean that it hasn't been done. It's been looked after by Maserati, but on their invoices they never actually put that they changed the fuel filter. That could be one reason why it's lost power. I don't know what else. I don't know if it's the mileage. I mean, it's only done 65,000 miles, so I wouldn't have thought it would have lost that much compared to other cars that done 200,000 miles. So I'm not sure if it's to do with like you lose a lot more than what people tell you. It could be the dyno that they use is crap. I mean, that's another reason. I mean, the ones in America might be a lot better, I don't know. Or it might be that I don't really know the ins and outs of dynos, so I might have to maybe get a second opinion, but I wouldn't have thought that'd be the reason why. And then there's another reason. It could be that the people who tuned it were fucking lying, and it didn't add on 26 brake horsepower. I mean, there's, like I said, there's another tuner. I'll put the picture up now. So as you can see in that picture, he's saying you can gain a lot more than what the remappers told me. They said you can gain about 26. They're saying 32 brake horsepower. And the torque, I think mine only said about 15. They're saying 35. So it's a big difference. The people that I got the dyno from, they said you'll gain about 5, maybe 10 horsepower if you're lucky. And the torque, I can't remember what they said, but they're basically saying like the right figures. In the dyno, they do say that its stock is 440 brake horsepower. It's not. I've looked up about it, it's 434, so it's not quite what they say. But so that could be another reason. It could be the tuners were lying about the gains. Right, so I will let you know what the results are in a minute. I just want to go through something that's a bit confusing, but it's the way that I'm going to do it to work out everything. I'm going to do everything that I want to do to it first. So Sport Cats are next, which apparently adds on 18 brake horsepower. I want to do long tube headers, that adds on 15 to 25 brake horsepower, allegedly. And then the back box as well, so everything's done. And then I'm going to do another dyno. And then I'm going to see what the horsepower is, and then I'm going to basically have that there. And then, because they said that they can actually take off the tune that's been done by the other people, and they can reset it to stock. Because they say, well, we don't know what the stock was, because I didn't get it done, but, which I wish I did now. So they can revert it back. So the reason why I'm going to put everything on it first is because I can have that figure there. So when I do the stock one, when it comes up with what the stock is, I can minus it after the second dyno with all the mods, if that makes sense. So it will be potentially like I've done a stock dyno stock with no mods, because I'm just taking off that little bit extra number. That's why I'm going to do another dyno after all the mods, so I've got that there just to take it off, so then I can pretend, right, say if it comes back as stock as like 380 or something, and my mods came like an extra 10 horsepower, I could just take it off and go, right, okay, so stock is actually 370 horsepower, and we could go from there. And then this is where it gets confusing. So once I've done that, I'm going to get them to basically reset it so it goes back to stock, do another dyno to see what the stock is. Again, I'm going to take off the horsepower from the mods, and then I'll be like, right, okay, this is what the stock apparently is now. And then I'm going to get them to do another tune. So this gets confusing because they said that stage 2 doesn't exist, but on their site it says stage 2. So if you do like a full exhaust system without the manifold, that counts as a stage 2. So I'm going to get them to do a tune, and then that way, well, after the dyno actually, so this does get confusing. So once I've done the dyno from stock, once they've reset it, I can work out if the people actually tuned it. If there's no difference, it means that they didn't tune it. Or if it goes down a little bit, I can work out how much horsepower they added on, and I can work out, was it 26 brake horsepower or was it like 5 or 10 like the other people said I would get. And then I can work out who probably is the better tuner, and then I'll get them to tune it. Again, I'm not sure if that will count as a stage 1 or stage 2 because I've got mods on it, but I'll get them to tune it anyway, and then I'll do another dyno, and then we'll see how much their tune does to see if they're better at tuning, and then I can finally have the results properly with all the modifications. Does that make sense? Confusing, I know. So I'm going to do basically 3 dynos. So I've done 1. I will do another dyno after all. No, I'm going to do 4 dynos. So I've done 1. I'm going to do a dyno after all the mods. So I've got that bit to take off. And then I'm going to reset everything. And then, well, they're going to reset it. And then we're going to do a dyno to see what the stock is. And then we'll do a tune. And then we'll do a dyno. So basically, I'm just working out who's fucked up. Is it the tuners that have bullshitted about the gains you're getting? Did they even tune it? Did Ferrari or whoever lie about the gains that you get from Ferraris and Maseratis, and it doesn't come like that in factory? Or does a 15-year-old car that's done 65,000 miles really lose that much horsepower? Right, now that's all done with. I know it's a bit confusing. So I will be going through everything. The next thing I'll be doing is Sport Cats, and then we'll go through it. We'll go through all the mods that I'm doing. We'll film it, and then we'll do like sound differences, etc. And then I might do a gearbox tune as well. And then we'll do like dynos. We'll reset everything, do another dyno, and then we'll do a tune. So again, I'm not sure if it's classed as just doing a tune again to see who's a better tuner, or will it be stage 2? I mean, technically it is a stage 2 because they said if you're doing like Sport Cats, and like a drop-in air filter, then that's classed as a stage 2. That's what I've been told by other people, but this one says there's no such thing. But on their website it does say stage 1, stage 2. So we'll just go with stage 2, and then we'll just see what the gains are and if they are better at remapping, or do you gain the gains that you're meant to be gaining. Anyway, enough of that. Let's get on to the actual results. You're going to be very surprised. So, like I said, in a YouTube video, I saw a lot of people say that they claim that they got this, they got that, or they got more than what the factory was, even though it's an old car that's done like 50,000 to 80,000 miles. A guy, because I took a screenshot of it, done a dyno, and it was way below. So I think he had a 4.2, which is about 405 brake horsepower. He done a dyno, and I think it was like ridiculously low, like low 300s, which is probably realistic. So if you want to see the picture of that, here it is. As you can see, so that's more realistic. Okay, so my dyno. Right, let's say what I was expecting to get first. So let's go with the torque, because that's the one that's not changed a lot. So torque, originally it's 361. With the remap stage 1, it goes up to 376, and then with like the aftermarket air filter and the X pipe, allegedly about another 10 more torque, so say 386. So the torque on here was actually near enough to what I wanted. So remap, it goes from 361 to 376. On the dyno, it was exactly 376 foot-pounds of torque, which that would make sense if it was stock and I did a remap. But where I've added on the air filter, the X-pipe, allegedly that's meant to add on another 10 foot-pounds of torque. So either they're lying or something's gone wrong and I don't know. Or it could be that the car wasn't 361 originally and it was 351 and then I added on that extra 10. You can work it out however you want to, but basically 376 is what it is. So it's not too bad. I was hoping for 386. I think I would lose some, so I was hoping like to get like at least 380. So I'm not far off from torque. So torque I'm happy with. Now, brake horsepower is the one that's pissed me off. Basically, 440 horsepower is what they say. I've read that, because we do it in BHP, so 434 BHP. Like I said, on the dyno it says stock is 440 is what they claim BHP. But I'm going with what I have seen, it's 434 BHP. So with the mods, it should be, and the stage 1 map, it should be 460 plus the mods, 467. I knew I would probably lose some, so I was hoping to get at least 460. Did I get that? No, I did not. Now this is fucking annoying. So either Maserati have like completely fucked up with their like what there's meant to be. When I dynoed it, and remember this is after stage 1, air filter performance 1, and X-pipe, I got exactly 400 brake horsepower. Yes, I have lost a lot. Even if it was stock, completely like stock, and I got it done, I would have still lost 34 brake horsepower. But I've got a stage 1 map and added some mods, so it should be 467-ish. 460 maybe, you know. I'm very surprised that it's lost potentially 67 brake horsepower. So who's lying? Was it Maserati? Did they not have a car that was 434 brake horsepower? Was it around 380 or 390? And then that means that the mods would work out if it was around that sort of figure. Or did the remappers lie and they didn't add anything? And then it still mean that Maserati have sort of underestimated their car? Or is it because I've done 65,000 miles and it really takes off the horsepower more than people think? I don't know. Or is it because the dyno was fucked? Who knows? But you got 400 dead on. So it has lost an awful lot of power. So hopefully, when I do the Sport Cats, I'm hoping, allegedly, again, they say that that adds on 18 brake horsepower. So the reason why I'm doing another dyno is basically because, one, I want to like put all the mods on it so I can take the mods off, so when I do reset it and then do another dyno and it be stock, I can like take away like the mods, because obviously I would have mods on it when I do the stock one, because I'm only resetting the stage 1 tune. I love air quotes, by the way. So I'm only doing like the stage 1 tune back to stock, but it's not complete stock because I would have the full exhaust system including the manifold, which apparently adds on like 25 horsepower, and that other one, like Sport Cats, add on like 18. So I'm doing a dyno to see what it goes up to. So let's say now you know what it is. So 400 brake horsepower, right? So say that I've added on the Sport Cats and then like the manifold, and it goes up an extra, let's just say like 30 horsepower, right? So it's 430 after like the dyno, right? So then I'll do like a stock reset and say that it goes down to like, I don't know, like, so like from 430 it goes down to 390 or something, yeah? So then I take off 30, so that'd be like 360. So then I can say, right, the stock tune is 360. So that's the reason why, if that makes sense. But another reason why I'm doing it is to see, do you gain as much as what you're meant to gain from Sport Cats and the long tube manifold, like the headers? So I could do like another video with that. Does it gain as much as what they say? So basically I'm trying to like see if these manufacturers are lying, basically. Has Maserati lied about their stock cars? I mean, is it coming out of the factory to what it is? Or is it 40 horsepower less to what they say? So that's the plan anyway. and then we'll do another tune by them to see if, oh, and also like the reason why I'm doing like another dyno from stock is to see was the tune done, because they can see if the tune's done as well, and then they can like see like how much has been put on, so then I can see, did you really get 26 brake horsepower, or did they tune it at all? Like or because they could look at it and be like, there's nothing on it. And I'm like, alright, so then I paid him like £290, and they didn't even bloody do it. So one, is the tuner actually putting the tune on? If they are you gaining what you're meant to be gaining? And then sport cats and like the exhaust manifold, do you gain what you're meant to be gaining as well? So I'm trying to just get everything there and think, right, these are liars. I'm not going to pay you like thousands of pounds for like the exhaust system to be done or this, that and the other, because it doesn't gain what you're saying, it's just for sound. So that's why I'm doing it. So stay tuned, because I'll be doing some more videos. I'm going to be doing some more mods, and then the next mod, which is the big one, is going to be the sport cats. Hopefully it will add on as much power as what they say. Will it sound as nice? Will it pop like they say it does? We'll find out. Stay tuned.